Swimming in lane number 9, Island Swimming. She's one of the juniors in the final tonight. Bridget Burton.
In lane 0, Madison Krieger from Brock Niagara Aquatic Club. She is the provincial record holder for 14-year-old age category.
In lane number 8, Mila Benzanson from Etobicoke Swimming. She was second in the 200 IM the other night.
Lane 1 from Windsor Aquatic, Maddie Guttrell, fourth in the 100 back here on night 1.
In Etobicoke, in lane number 7, Delia Lloyd. She was first in the junior final, the 100-meter backstroke.
Lane 2, Jordan Greber, Grand Prairie Pirano's just snuck under that junior cut this morning.
From Langley, in lane number 6 is Katie Schroeder. She was 8th in the 50-meter backstroke. Another one of our junior swimmers tonight.
Lane number 3, Ingrid Wilm. She was the trials champion in the 100 backstroke earlier this week. She's also a bronze medalist in the 100 at the 2022 Short Course Worlds.
In lane 5 from the University of Calgary, she won a best time by 2 seconds this morning. That's Ella Varga.
And in lane number 4, Kylie Masse, Canadian record holder in the 50, 100, and 200-meter backstrokes. She's a 4-time Olympic medalist. She was also the world champion in 2017 and 2019 in the 100. 2022, she was the world champion in the 50. She's from LaSalle, Ontario, currently training with Ben Tidley in Spain. This is going to be a fun one to watch because that FINA A cut, 2:11.08. Kylie obviously very comfortably under that this morning, but we could potentially see a second swimmer under that cut tonight.
And it could, well, it's probably going to come down very likely between those middle lanes. We've got Ella Varga, who's already dropped 2 seconds. She is very close. The personal best time for Ingrid Wilm in lane number 3 is just a couple tenths over that. And we know that she is swimming well this weekend. So here we go now, a final of the women's 200-meter backstroke. And we saw some great starts in 3 and 4 in the shorter races, the 50 and the 100, with some fantastic underwater by both Ingrid Wilm and Kylie Masse. And we see it again here tonight as they are out already a shoulder length ahead of the field in 3 and 4. And it looks like Masse is really going quick with that tempo early on.
Right. Kylie has a very fast tempo, a high turnover, and Ingrid Wilm almost a complete opposite strategy, nice and slow and relaxed here, uses her height to her advantage and good distance per stroke.
So first 50 now for Kylie Masse in lane number 4, 29.57, right where she was almost to the 100th this morning. Second is Maddie Guttrell in lane number 1. Wilm currently sitting third in 3, and like you said, looking very smooth and relaxed, but she wants to make sure she doesn't get too far away from Kylie Masse in lane number 4 and too far away from that standard of 2:11.0 on the 200 back.
Right, especially with her natural speed going out. I think you want to stay on Kylie's rope and try to stay with her as long as you can and dig a little deep coming home. But all Kylie Masse, 101.47 at the 100.
Very solid outing on the first 100, 0.8 of a second better. Ingrid Wilm now moving into second in lane number 3. Ella Varga moving up into third. So the top 3 swimmers now out in front of everybody else. Masse, we know that she's going to get down to the standard. It's just a matter of how fast she's going to go. The question is now, can we get a second woman under that 200 back cut?
Right, and if you watch Ingrid right now, she is comfortably in second, but still hasn't really broadened her legs yet. So if she has a bit in the tank for this final push, we can get close to that standard.
Well, that telltale sign is going to be what she does on this underwater and how much energy she comes up with the legs on this last 50. And you can see she's trying to pick it up. She's trying to go. Kylie Masse clearly out in front, 3 seconds ahead of everybody else. Wilm, she's on target to get down to 210 high, which would be underneath the cut, but nobody is going to get to Kylie Masse, as once again she wins our women's 200-meter backstroke in lane 4, 2:07.13. Second goes to Wilm, 2:10.19, a best time by a second and a half, also underneath that standard, and a new best time out of lane number 5, Ella Varga, just over the cut, but in for the bronze medal for the swimmer from the University of Calgary.
Yeah, solid swim for Kylie there. The third fastest time in the world this year. She looked smooth from the start. I think that was a pretty big confidence booster for her too, to go 2:07.1 at this point in the season. As you mentioned, Ingrid, another PB. I think she still has a bit more in the tank. I never saw her legs come.
You know, she looks so relaxed. It is kind of deceptive because obviously she is working and working very hard. But that's the first time she's ever made any team because of the 200, so good on her. Kylie Masse, number 3 in the world in the 200 backstroke, 2:07.1. A good drop from this morning, a second and a half. We're going to get a chance to talk to her right away. One of the veterans and the most dominant forces in women's backstroke swimming over the last 6-7 years, Kylie Masse.
Congratulations to our newest national champion of the women's 200 backstroke, Kylie Masse. An exceptional swim yet again here tonight. Was that your goal, the 2:07? Are you happy with that swim?
Yeah, happy with the swim. Always things to improve on. I feel like my backstrokes felt a bit wonky this meet, so it feels good to get up and do a 2:07 tonight.
Awesome, yeah, it's a tough race to have to do at the end of a long meet like this. Now this trials, you're able to check off that box. You've got your spot on the World Championship roster. What do you do now? What's next for Kylie Masse in the next couple weeks and months leading up to the World Championships?
Definitely analyzing my performances here and looking back on what I can improve on and just getting back to work, training hard into the next training block through till Worlds.
Awesome, well we can't wait to cheer you on. Congratulations on an amazing performance here tonight, Kylie.
Thank you.